Hello friends, welcome to AWS with Jaymit. In this video, I'm going to talk everything about generative AI and different options available on AWS regarding generative AI. We will also have a hands-on demo code walkthrough and understanding how the Gen AI services work on AWS, and we will dig detail into that, and you will get a more context how generative AI works on AWS and what are the different options available and how you can technically implement that. So let's get started on generative AI with AWS. So we will start with basic, and then we will have some service and code walkthrough, and we'll get idea everything about generative AI on AWS. So first, what is generative AI? So many people are beginners, they don't have idea. So giving this context, generative AI is kind of like a type or a subset of AI. AI is a broader term which covers like robotics, automated vacuum cleaners, and we have automated cars, right? So the AI is a broader term, but Gen AI is a subset of AI which is mainly focused on generating the content. So generative AI is nothing but a subtype of AI that can create a content and idea like images and video that we can use to solve the problems, right? And Gen AI also the similar term for a generative AI, which we are able to use for generating the content like images, videos, and many other things. Say for example, by using English vocabulary, it can create a poem for you, and your organization can use generative AI for various purpose like chatbot, media creation, product development, design, and more, right? So this is idea about AI versus generative AI. Also, generative AI have a little other benefits like you are able to accelerate your research. You can enhance your customer experience by using Gen AI recommendation, optimize your business process. You can boost your employee productivity with help of generative AI to generate the contents and code and lot of other things. Also, we'll talk about a few other things like how does generative AI works. There are different terminologies, right? Foundational models. So foundational model are a ML model trained on broad spectrum of generalized and unlabeled data, right? And that help us to generate a content based on those trained data. And there is another term, large language model. So LLM is a kind of like one class within a FM, right? So foundational model having a lot of other LLMs. So LLM is a one of the class of foundational model. Foundational model are like broader in terms of data, and large language model are a one class of foundational model. So say for example, open AI, right? It is a broader term. So open AI is GPT is one kind of like LLM, okay? And open AI is kind of like broader model, right? So in foundational model, so this is the difference between like foundational model and large language model. And We also talk about like what are the different options available on AWS, right? For generative AI application development, there are a lot of other options available on AWS, where you can easily build a scalable, secure application, generative AI based application on AWS by using different AWS Gen AI services. And there are managed and serverless kind of services there. You get a benefit of no need to manage the infrastructure. You are able to build faster. You have a security and those other things are inbuilt with the help of AWS, right? So these are the different Gen AI services available on AWS. The first one is Amazon Bedrock. Amazon Bedrock is kind of like allow you to easily build and scale Gen AI application by using LLMs, FMs, foundational models, and other Gen AI tools. So this is the one of main service Amazon Bedrock that allow you to build a generative AI application on AWS, where you don't need to manage the infrastructure. It is a managed a kind of serverless service for you, and it provide you a generic APIs where you can call many different models available from different providers. Same way, like Amazon Q is another Gen AI powered service that will give you assistance. There are two options available in that: business version and developer version. Amazon Q business, Amazon Q developer, right? So that will assist the business person to get a response based on their enterprise organization data. And Amazon Q developer help any developer to generate a code, generate a unit testing, and review the code and debugging the issues, and lot of other software development lifecycle cases. So these are very important GenAI tool on AWS. There are other options also available, Amazon SageMaker AI, that help you to build, train your FM model at a scale, and these other options are also there. So we mainly talking about the major options right now. So let's jump into Amazon Bedrock. So Amazon Bedrock, the easiest way to build and scale generative AI application by using foundational model, right? There are multiple foundational models available in Amazon Bedrock, which allow you to build your application, right? The major use case of Amazon Bedrock are like text generation, virtual assistant, text and image search, text summarization, image generation, and many other stuff based on different models the Bedrock is supporting, right? So Amazon Bedrock is like fully managed service which is supporting lot of foundational model from leading companies like AI 21, Anthropic, and many other Meta and other leading providers, where you are able to like call the centralized one single Amazon Bedrock based API to call the different foundational model to send your prompt and get the your GenAI response generated, right? Let's dig into that in our AWS console. For Amazon Bedrock, when you first, you need to create your AWS account and you need to log in into your console. After that, you need to search here Bedrock on your console. So this, you can see the Amazon Bedrock, the easiest way to build and scale generative AI application by using foundational model, right? So you will get a this kind of UI for this. So it will have a like foundational model supports. You are able to build a chat or a chat based application by, or you are able to build a image based on text and many other tools, right? Relevant to that Gen AI stuff. Here like different options available, right? So let us first step by step go through, like if you want to build a Gen AI application by using Amazon Bedrock, what are the different stuff you need to do, right? So let me first give you, this is, I will go walk you through the real examples. So say for example, if you want to build a serverless application where we want to generate where we want to generate an image by using text prompt by using API gateway Lambda and Amazon Bedrock, and those images get so as soon as we send some text, say for example, generate an image for particular items, and that text prompt will goes to that API call. We will call APIs by passing some text, and that will call a Lambda function, and Lambda function will call a Amazon Bedrock with the model and relevant prompt, and then Amazon Bedrock model will generate the image, and that image will get stored in S3 bucket. Okay, so this kind of demo walk through. So you get a overall context like how you can build this kind of stuff in Gen AI application by using Amazon Bedrock. So here there are a lot of different foundational model available in Amazon Bedrock. So if you see, these are different models available currently in Amazon Bedrocks, like it is a AI 21 labs, Amazon having their own models for different options like Titan text, there are Titan image related models, Anthropic related model, right? There are Meta related Llama models, Mistral AI and Stability AI. These are different models available, and when you want to dig in, you need to first get access and you need to dig into that, right? So this is a like architecture we will follow. So step by step, first thing, when you want to do this hands-on with Amazon Bedrock, first you need to have your AWS account set up. You have AWS CLI should be installed on your system. Then you need to have a Git should be installed to check out this code. I will also give this code repository in this video's description. AWS CDK you need to install for a cloud formation like stack management infrastructure as a code. We will use like Amazon Bedrock models. We are able to use any model which generate image. So first thing you need to do is like you need to log in into your AWS console, select the region where you want to build this application, and first step you need to open this Amazon Bedrock, and you need to give a model access, right? Which model you want to use in your application. Okay, so you need to go to the Amazon Bedrock, and after opening Amazon Bedrock, you need to go in model access section. Okay, and from here you need to request for a model access for a particular model. If you want to get access, you need to request the model access. After requesting model access, you will your request get granted after some time. So you are able to after that you are dig into that particular things for managing your application, right? So stability diffusion here given, right? So if we see here, there is a, so here there are different models available. So we can use that stability AI related model, or else there are Titan Amazon model also available for image generation. So we can also use that model. We can request the access. Once we grant access, we are able to use that. So these are the prerequisite. So here you can see this step requested the access, and after request the request will be granted, and it will show the available instead of the pending, right? And once you get the access, you need to just check out this repository code, and you need to like clone this repository code. You need to go to that particular repository and just need to run this code. And once you do the CDK deploy, this is important step. Once you do the CDK deploy, it will auto created this all the resources: API gateway, Lambda, Amazon Bedrock, and S3. So let me walk through the code first, what exactly it will set up. So in CDK infrastructure as a code, like these are the different construct imported, right? So it will have a like IAM role permission setup, and then this S3 bucket will get created, store the images, and here also Lambda function get created along with the relevant layers, and this Lambda function will have a permission for that buckets, and also the invocation model permission attached to the Lambda function. Okay, and the REST API API gateway also created by using construct that will have this endpoint resources, and it will have a post method, and it will like do call the Lambda function. Okay, so this is a ISC code, simple. And let me go through that Amazon Bedrock calls, right? So in function code, we see the Python file, right? So here we included a different libraries for Boto3. That is an important library for Python. So here is a handler, right? Handler, Lambda handler function code. So this handler function have a event and context. So from event we will get the prompt body, and that prompt body, we whatever we get, that we will pass to create a payload. So here we have a like function that will creating a like streamline the payload, and it is creating a prompt uh, payload which we want to send a request to the model, right? So once we get a payload proper, we invoke the endpoint. So in this invoke endpoint function, so here we have this invoke endpoint function, right? So here we will do the we will use Boto3 library to get a Bedrock runtime call APIs. So here we can do Bedrock invoke model function call that will call the Bedrock API, and we need to define model, like which model we want to use, right? And so here we are able to give a like Amazon title image related model also, and once we define that model ID, it will call that particular model, and this model should must be enable the for model access when you do this call, otherwise it will not work. And here you need to pass the payloads, right? Whatever payloads which is generated from by using past the prompt, and then you will get the response, and at the end it will give you the images in the response, because this we need to use that image generation model, right? So that we need to store those files into S3 bucket. At the end we are uploading that file into S3 bucket by using S3 Boto3 library. So we are creating that S3 Boto3 client object, and we are uploading that to S3. Okay, so this way we are creating this Amazon Bedrock call in the Lambda function with those relevant permissions. So major important thing is like Boto3 having a option to get the Bedrock access through the this Bedrock functions to call the model APIs, Bedrock model APIs. Okay, so we are that way we are able to do different model function calls. So this is the quick walkthrough on the infrastructure as well as code, how we can call the Amazon Bedrock models, right? So this way, like we can call it and generate the images. So if we when we call this API endpoint, we are passing this kind of, like, we have to pass email like API gateway endpoint, and here we pass the prompt, right? So here just given rusted oil pipeline, this in the input, so as a prompt. So as a result, we get this kind of image get generated in the S3 bucket. So this is kind of like, this is how you can build any kind of, this is just a got given a initial context, so that you will get an idea like how you can use Amazon Bedrock to build your serverless or build your GenAI based application. So this is one of the simple example here, to get you started, right? So hope you get context on this. Like, you can deploy your infrastructure by using any infrastructure as a code CDK or SM or any other serverless framework, cloud formation, and you can write your Lambda function code, and where you can get any full permission and call the models, Amazon Bedrock model, by using the Python Boto 3 or any other libraries according to your language runtime. Okay, so this is quite a simple, you need to follow this step, and you can able to achieve this GenAI based application with AWS. So there are like many other options available in model catalog. There are a lot of different models available, right? Each provider having, Amazon having their own recently announced Nova models, and many other models as well, Titan image related model and text related model. There are meta models also, right? These are the Llama meta models, and a lot of other models are there, right? That you can use for your application according to your use cases. So this is good. There are marketplace recently announced where you can use third party models, and you are also able to build your custom model. There are a lot of other options as well. These are the playground where once you enable your model, you are able to use the select those enable models, and you are able to play with it by using this playground for image and videos and text. You are also able to build your own agents that you can plug and play your agent, say for example customer care agents or any other meetings, text summarization agents, and a lot of other things. You are also able to build a RAG based application where you can pass your knowledge base for your existing enterprise data in the knowledge base, and you can build your RAG based application. And there are guardrails and prompt management options also there if you want to bypass or secure any prompt at guardrail level, right? So these are a lot of different options available in Amazon Bedrock. This Amazon Bedrock also Studio also there in preview mode. In setting, you are able to enable your logging while calling the models according to your needs. So this is a like a very cool service for getting started Gen AI with AWS. Now, next I'm talking about. There are other library also available in Amazon Bedrock. If you want to build for any languages, there are many SDKs available for different languages, Java or a JavaScript or a many other languages are get supported for Amazon Bedrock, where you can do the Python similar call to Python. You can do call from other languages. Okay, so this is how you can use the Amazon Bedrock from console or through your code to getting started Gen AI on AWS. This is a wonderful building generative AI application using Amazon Bedrock. This is a very great course from official AWS Skill Builder website, where you can enroll free in this course, and you will get step by step idea about like what is exactly Amazon Bedrock, what are different use case, what are different components, right? You can see like all the different things are covered. Also the what are the foundational models, how LangChain work with the streaming, and history. When you are building the chat bot, you will need to give a response based on your histories, right? LangChain and other things are supported, right? So this is a wonderful. You also have a demo covered in this knowledge base RAG based application with the knowledge base, and a lot of other things are covered. Agent based application creation things also covered. So this is a wonderful course. Go ahead and enroll this and do your hands-on. You will get a good context on how to build a generative AI application on AWS by using Amazon Bedrock. So this is about the Amazon Bedrock Gen AI application built easily on AWS scalable secure way. Another service I'm going to talk about is Amazon Q. Amazon Q is also generative AI powered assistant from AWS to help you reinvent how you can work, right? So this Amazon Q is also Gen AI powered assistant for you. This There are two different versions available in this: Amazon Q Business and Amazon Q Developer. Okay, so Amazon Q Business help you to assist in your business based on your enterprise data, to generate a content or a complete your task and get a enterprise level help in terms of business context. And Amazon Q developer is kind of like um, Amazon generative AI assistant that help developer to build their new code, help to write unit testing for existing code, also help you to debug with some issues, help with the documentation generation with the like the software development life cycle, make it easy. It is a very good support for AI and data related and serverless related stuff, currently in Python and other languages. So this Amazon Q you are able to use from AWS console in many different areas, or else you are also able to use Amazon Q in your IDs like in Visual Studio Code or any other IDs day to day you are using. um, Amazon Code Catalyst also have a like other options. This Amazon Q in AWS console available. Also, like if you go to the Lambda function or any other application, you will see that Amazon Q in many other areas, right? So if you open this function, it will have a like some options to use this. You can see like this Amazon Q, so you are able to use it from your console once you connect it, to debug any application or ask anything to this assistant for AWS related stuff. So now let me talk about that Amazon Q having a that developer options, right? Amazon developer options. So now I will show this Amazon Q in ID form, right? uh, so uh, so if you let me open my yeah, so I have my Visual Studio Code open here, and this is my one of the folder, project folder is blank. Right now I already have added this Amazon Q extension. You are able to add your new extension from extensions. You need to search Amazon Q and you need to install that, right? Once you install that, you will have to just build your Amazon builders ID, or you can access with your account. And after that, you need to like start building. So separate options are there. If you slash here, you can see different options: dev, test, review, doc, transform, and many other options are there, right? For a new code generation, dev, for unit testing, this option; for code review, this option; documentation, this option; and transformation, we can use this option for process transition. For example, I want to build a my new development task. So I want to build a simple serverless API on AWS by using Python and AWS CDK infrastructure as a code tool. So let me ask this AI powered Amazon Q developer tools to implement that for me to speed up my development 10x faster. So I'm telling this tool implement AWS serverless API using Python and AWS CDK. So now I am giving this instruction, and let's see that in action now how it's go. So you can see it will telling the feature development. Amazon Q developer agent will do the software development on behalf of us. So it will generate a code based on our instructions. So it is telling, okay, I will generate code for you. That might be take few minutes, right? So it is already started generating the code as per our instruction. The project code is generated, and it is included a API gateway, Lambda function, and CDK stuff. Also telling like I have implemented a complete serverless API using CDK and Python, include all necessary API gateway, REST API, Lambda function, endpoints, and CDK infrastructure and all the stuff, right? So this is, you can see 6 files get created and structure also get set up. And here we have all the codes generated by using this AI powered tool Amazon Q developer. And it will ask us like just review this here structure and all the stuff, and it is asking like any feedback or you want to accept these changes. Let us accept these changes. So it will, here currently we have this folder blank, right? So now let's accept this all changes, and it will ask us to it will auto get added into our folder. Okay, so for now it is asking like have any other task for me. So for now we accepted these changes, right? So you can see now we have this code generated instead of writing everything from scratch. So here we have a like CDK code generated, which is like creating a CDK infrastructure as a code stack to deploy on AWS. And here we have a simple like that structure setup. We have this infrastructure API stack setup for cloud formation CDK based deployment, right? So you can see like at high level I'm just showing like Lambda function gets set up with the Python 3.9 version. Also a REST API also gets set up here, and Also here you can see like resources and method gets also added. Hello a resource and get method added for this, right? So you can see like it is auto generated everything here. And if you see in lambda function, here we have this handler function code also generated, right? So it is a very simple lambda function API gateway and endpoint get endpoint generated and simple code generated for this. So now as a next step, if we want to do more thing with this extension, right? So let's we can tell them no, we don't want to do any other development, and we can do another action, and we can tell them like we want to generate some test cases. Please generate test case for this file code. So it will get this context and generate the test cases. So it is telling like generating unit test. So this quickly generate some unit case test cases for us. So it is like simple example for now, just a demo perspective, but we are able to do complex things here as well by using this AI power tool. So you can see like it is have a auto suggested the structure and the test file get created. We are also able to view the differences if we already have the test cases created, and we need to reject or accept. Let me accept it. So if you see, we have automated these things like test folder get generated. We have automated this handler test file get created, and this test file also have a like automated all this code written with the imported needful PyTest library for creating a test cases, right? You can see like it is also added some test cases to do the assert check, and also there is a some other test case for correct response and empty events and extra parameters and all those stuffs, like multiple test cases get generated, right? It is a really quick, like it is very hard to like create this kind of test case structure and do this from scratch and generate this kind of different test cases, right? This is very simple example I given you here to understand the fundamental how AI tool Amazon Q developer like this tool help you to enhance your day-to-day activity and build a faster 10x faster in your day-to-day life, right? It will not just like generating a new code or generating a test cases, even it will help you to review your code, right? So if you say for example you have this handler code, and if you want to review this code, here you are directly able to do this way also, like explain this code or fix this code or generate, or there are other things also you are able to do. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe my channel, and share this with your colleague. Also, let me know in the comment which is your favorite GenAI service and what we are building by using GenAI. Thank you for watching again.